Oh, hi there. Welcome back to Crafters TV. My name's Joe Remblance. It is the start of a brand new week here on Crafters TV. Of course, it is Monday Makers, where we're going to take you through some amazing techniques, looking at everything with, of course, our wonderful foil press. Now, before we get started, though, we need to dive right in and have a look at the Crafters calendar, because you guys are desperate to know what is coming up this week, of course, here on Crafters TV. We started it this morning with a fabulous masterclass, and now our Monday Makers show, of course. Tomorrow we'll be here with you with the softer side of life on Tuesday morning. That will be followed up by the launch party, where we launch all of our brand new deals and brand new products for you. Wednesday there'll be another fabulous masterclass coming your way, followed by our Creative Craving show, which is a great starting point for any new crafters or anyone maybe trying something new for the first time. Thursday is all about one thing. It's all about cartload, and it's double cartload. In the morning we'll be here at 11 a.m. on the UK time, and then in the evening 4 p.m. UK time as well. Colour Me Happy, your destination colouring show, will be here with you on Friday, and then Friday also later in the day we journey into the craft house. It is all about starting your weekend the right way with a bit of a crafty party. The best of is here, of course, on Saturday, taking you through all of the recent goings on here on Crafters TV, and then Second Chance Sunday, all about what you guys want, your guys' requests for deals that you'd like to get another airing, giving them a second chance. That is what will be happening on Sunday. Right, now I am not here on my own, of course not. I've got the boss with me. Sara's here. How are you, Sara?
Oh, I'm all right, Joe. It's a big day today, HSN Craft Day. I know you are looking and thinking, how does she do it? How is she here? Because isn't she going to be over on HSN in an hour? Well, I am going to be over on HSN in an hour. You will be pleased to know this show, actually we've been a bit cheeky, Joe, haven't we? Yeah, so we've pre-recorded this show for you so that I could be with you for Monday Makers, and also over in the US with you for the HSN show in an hour's time. So the great thing is, this was the masterclass. You all asked me when we did the foiling masterclass a couple of weeks ago, everybody wanted to know some advanced techniques. Well, I said if we're doing advanced stuff, that's Monday Makers where we do all the advanced stuff. You guys were asking to see how to do this technique, how to foil onto a candle. So if you want to learn how to actually foil, how perfect is this? This is foiled into the candle. That's what I'm going to be teaching you today. I'm going to be teaching you how to do some really fabulous advanced foiling techniques. The whole show is dedicated pretty much to our foil press. And of course, because it's the launch of Christmas this week, we've got all of our amazing Christmas foil products. So honestly, I have got the most colossal show lined up for you in terms of really learning some in-depth stuff. So make sure you don't go anywhere. Joe's going to give you a bit of a roundup of everything that's coming up while I get this foil press warmed up, ready to go.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, we don't normally bring you a hero tool in a Monday Makers, but we've given you a little bit of a bonus hero tool this week, which is always nice, isn't it? So what you're going to get, and this is a real juicy one. In here, you're going to get the Collall all-purpose glue. It's the go-to glue for so many of our customers. You're going to get 3 rolls, of course, of the low-tack tape, and you're going to get the scissors included as well. So you can get all of those right now over on the website. $16.77 if you're in the UK, $27.88 if you're in the US, but they are 3 real must-haves that we've got for you right there, and a great chance to get them all together at the same time. What I've done is, as well, for this show, what I've done is gone through and taken out a load of your most recent questions that you've left for me on social media during our live shows as well, and I'll be putting those to Sara as we go through this show. Now, we're going to start off, of course, with the foil press machine itself. It is an incredible machine that's going to allow you to hot foil onto a whole host of different surfaces and substrates. So all of your different cardstocks, as you can see here, craft card, pattern card, glitter, watercolour card, mirror card as well. Don't forget though, it's not just about cardstock. There's so many other surfaces you're going to be able to foil onto. Denim, cotton, faux leather, you've got acetate here, ribbon, craft metal and vellum too. There is loads of different substrates that you can work on when you've got your foil press. Now, included within the foil press, of course, you're going to get absolutely everything you need. You get get the machine itself and of course that foil press plate that's going to come out of there. You're going to get as well, don't forget the book included, which tells you everything you need to know. It's got the matrix in here, which is going to tell you all of the different timings for everything that you're going to possibly want to foil. So make sure you've got that. That's included. You've got the 2 plates in there. You've got your mat. We're going to give you some foil. We're going to give you some of our foil stamp dies and some also of our foil stamp and cut dies included in there as well. It is absolutely everything that you could possibly need. It is ready to go right out the box. Now, $99.99 or $139.95. Everyone can use Club Inspired discount on this, of course. You're going to get 200 bonus points as well. Don't forget also, and everyone's going to get free shipping and handling and free postage and packaging as well, which is fantastic. And also, because it is the launch, of course, of our Christmas event, the first day of our Christmas event, we're going to be giving some free gifts away as well, which is amazing. So when you go, if you go for the foil press machine, for instance, that will definitely take you over that spend, which means that as long as we've got them in stock still, we will send you a free gift. For everyone that spends over £50 or $50 will get the free gift, as long as it is in stock, of course, as well. There are some numbers there as well, so let's just dive in and show you those numbers. So here you can see these are always so popular, allow you to add great personalisation there as well, and they're a combination of foil stamp dies and stamps, so great to get your colouring mediums in there as well. £19 or $27 if you're going for those. The foil stamp and cut creator cards are what we also have on the show for you. These are brilliant because these cut a frame for you and they foil in one pass, which is fantastic. Amazing value to get these at $24.99 each, but you can have 2 for £40 or $47 if you want to go for them as part of the multi-buy option. Now, more foil stamp dies for you on the show, some Christmas ones this time. This is a collection of 8 foil stamp die Christmas sentiments. I'll take you through these and show you them in more detail as we go through the show, but definitely grab those whilst we have them now. They're £46 or $64. Right, I'm going to go through and trawl through all the questions you've been leaving for me recently, and whilst I do that, I know, Sarah, you have got some tremendous, as you would say, techniques to show us today, haven't you?
I love using the foil press because it's a way to really elevate everything that you're doing. So over the course of the rest of this show, I'm going to be foiling onto the candle. I'm going to be foiling onto different cardstock mediums. I'm going to show you foiling onto ribbon. We're going to foil onto cellophane bags. Honestly, I've got loads of techniques, but it all starts with this little baby here. Now, if you don't already have a foil press, then trust me, you need one, because it's a way of upgrading your Gemini machine to be not just a die cutting and embossing machine, but also a die cutting and embossing and foiling machine. This is it here, okay? And it comes in 2 parts. So you've got the base unit, then your foil plate. Now, what you do is you have your base unit down here, and your foil plate goes in and plugs into it like this. When it plugs in, you would then, let me just imagine, I've just switched it on for the first time. Press the button to switch it on. Now, can you see we've got 3 settings? So we've got, at the moment, I'm automatically set onto the first one, which is my lowest temperature. You've got a low, a medium, and a high temperature. Most of your foiling that you're going to do, it's going to be on this low temperature. So you plug it in, switch it on, and you're going to wait for this light to go green, then it will be ready. Not only will it go green, but you'll hear a little mild buzz to tell you that it's ready. Then you've got all of this is your clock settings. So can you see these put your minutes up, and then these put your seconds up. So all of your timings will be based in minutes and seconds. You've also got your start button, and then you've got a reset. It comes with this instruction manual. Now, this is brilliant. I know you're never going to read all of these instructions that I've written for you. However, what I do want you to look at, if I turn this round, on the inside of the front cover are all of your time guidelines. So it walks you through all of the accessories. This is what Joe was telling you comes in the starter kit. Everything you need. You get the foil to get yourself started. You get all the plates that you need. You get a selection of dies and foil stamps to work with, your tweezers. There's my beep telling me I'm ready to go, you see. So this will walk you through what everything is and what to do with it. But I'm going to take you straight to this section here where it has all of your different times. Now we've beeped and we're ready to go. I'm going to pick my first foiling die. I'm going to I love this nativity scene. So we've got this available on the show. I'll get Joe to walk you through all the dies that I'm using in a second, but I just want to go right to the very, very beginning. So I've got my nativity scene, okay? So you're going to pop your nativity scene on here, but before we do, we're going to decide what we're foiling onto. So can you see, you've got foil stamp dies and foil stamp and cut. Ignore the stamp and cut, because at the moment we're just working on the foil stamp dies. There are all of your different sizes and times. If I come to here, I'm just going to do it onto this craft card. So it's like a 300 GSM cardstock, and it is probably a medium-sized die. So it tells me for this I would need 15 seconds. So you put your timer up to 15 seconds, right? Your die would go in the middle here, and then you're going to start down the countdown timer from 15 seconds. Now, you've got your die, sits on the base plate. We're also going to use it with our top plate on here as well. So I'll just pop that on there to get it warmed through. And what I'm then going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of foil ready. So I'm going to cut a piece of foil. Oh, I should really be ready to go with my foil. Try and get this done before you press your start button. So I'm going to cut my foil. There's a reason why I'm going to cut it larger, and you'll see why in just a second. Now, the foil, can you see it's shiny on one side and it's the dull silver on the other. What you must always do is put your foil face down with the shiny side touching your die. It feels counterintuitive, guys, honestly, I know it does, but really it's the carrier sheet that's touching your die. You're going to put your cardstock over the top, and then what you do is put your top plate on. You take it towards you, so you don't lift it up, you pull it slightly towards you, and then that is going to turn around and go into your machine. Now I'm using mine in the Gemini Junior. If you want to use it with your larger Gemini machine, then you need what's called the foil plate extender. We do have that available on the website as well. So your foil plate extender, essentially what it does is, it's the base plate, but it's a little bit wider, so that it's then going to trick your larger Gemini machine into activating all the sensors. Now, I've put that on the base, but I haven't plugged it back in. I always just rest it there. Take this off, right? Let's have a look. I'm desperate to do the magic reveal all in one go. Let's turn it to the camera here. So when you can see it there, you just pull the backing paper off, and you can see that will foil perfectly onto that cardstock. Isn't that absolutely wonderful? And you get that perfect all over foil background. Now, the reason I use a large sheet of foil is because this does not have to be waste. Let me just show you. I can put this back in to warm this back up. Little trick as well, these tweezers that come, if I show you them in detail, can you see they've got like a magnet inside here? So what you do is you push them together. Once they're together, that magnet is going to pick up your design, your foil, foil stamp. You're going to take it over to the cooling rack, and then all you do is open up the tweezers and it will put it down. So you pick it up, same if you're moving it about, move it around, you take it over, and all you do is open the tweezers and it will put it down. So that's how you're going to move all of your foil stamps around when they're hot. That's on there, that's warming back through. If I want to now foil the leftover piece, so you want to use up all of your waste, you're going to put this onto your foil press base there, always with the coloured side facing down. Let's have a little look. What should we foil it onto? Yes, I know you're ready. We're all good. Oh, should we do it onto a bit of silver? I bet that would look fabulous, the rose gold onto the silver. So all you do now is you put your cardstock on the top. I'm going to reset this to a minute, by the way, and do the start the countdown timer. When we're foiling the waste, keep in mind that you don't have any metal in here. I'm just going to put this on the top so that it doesn't let my cardstock warp. You don't have any metal in. So what we need to do is make up the difference in space for the metal. And what I find works perfect is, if I have one under here, yes, here's one here, you're going to use your magnetic sheet from your Gemini. So your magnetic sheet, it's almost the same thickness as what one of your dies is. If you use that along with a couple of shims, so when we say a couple of shims, I like to use a couple of pieces of paper, a couple of nice pieces of cardstock, just fold that in half. That's going to give me essentially a double cardstock shim. Perfect. So I'm going to pop that in. I'm going to pop that on first. So that's giving me a cardstock shim. Then I'm going to pop on my magnetic from the Gemini. Notice I haven't put this on the whole time it's been warming. You don't need this plate to warm through at all. We're going to put the top plate on. As soon as it gets to 0, you'll hear that beep. Pull it towards you so you lift it out. We're sending it through, and that mix of the heat and pressure on your Gemini, so the heat from the foil press mixed with the pressure from the Gemini is just the right amount to transfer everything that was on that piece of foil onto our silver mirror card. Let's have a look. I'll take my magnetic off, take off the shim. Right, here's that silver mirror card. So if I peel this off, can you see this was the carrier sheet? So this is essentially waste now that's left over. And you can see that there. How fabulous is that? So now you've got something to use, the inverse as well as the piece that we've just foiled onto. And one of the things I love about the foil, I mean, there's loads of techniques that I can show you with this, but for example, if I was to bring in, let's have a look, one of our Harmony, I don't want an opaque pigment, let me just get one of my water reactive ink pads here, and I bring in one of my Harmony water reactive ink pads, a nice Fryer Brown or something, and I can come and pick up a little bit of ink, and then look what happens, you see, I pop my ink round here, but then as I go over top, let's have a look, I'm going to trim this down a tiny little bit just to show you that technique, get a smaller, that's why it's wonderful for you to be in my craft room, you see I've got everything to hand, so we'll trim this right down to size, and I can show you how we can do a lovely topper, but the foil will resist that ink. So if I bring that ink on there, all the way around, you can see you don't lose any of the foiling in here. That foiling is going to perfectly resist the ink that we've got on here. Fabulous way to colour all of your cardstock up and not affect all of the inking. So isn't that wonderful? So that just shows you there how you can create your own beautiful toppers. Should we have a little bit? I'm getting a bit carried away now, Joe. I'm going to go in for a little bit of my bit of my yellow. I'm going rogue. Oh. Well, yeah, because it's the baby Jesus has just been born, and he's got the stand, so he needs a bit of honey pot coming from his star, doesn't he?
Talk about going rogue. I think I was going rogue at the start of the hour, and I told you had to spend £50 to get the free gift. That was a total fib. You only have to spend £30 or $30, Sarah, to get the free gift. Now, they're limited, so it means that you can only get it whilst we've got it in stock. If you've got £30 or $30 worth of products in your basket after your discount, if the gift is available, it will auto add. When it sells out, it will stop auto adding to your basket. So it's a great excuse to get your orders in sooner rather than later across our whole Christmas event, not just, of course, this show. Merry Christmas, Sarah.
Happy Christmas. Do you know, I feel like we should have had our Christmas hats on.
We should have, shouldn't we?
Yeah, we should have had our Christmas hats on. Look at that. I think this is why foiling is so awesome. Now, that is just the basics, right? Bear in mind, I just wanted to start with a reminder on the basics. If you want to go through the whole basics, we did a masterclass on this. It was around about 2 weeks ago. Go back and have a look in our masterclass section on the website and you can see all the basics. Today, because it's Monday Makers, I'm going advanced. So I'm going to get my foil press plugged back in. I'm going to get it warmed up, Joe, and I'm going to get ready to start and show you how to do that foiling onto the candle. Oh, fantastic. Now, whilst you do that, I need to remind you about a few bits. So those dies that you've just seen there that Sarah was using, it is a 3-piece collection that they come in, which is this one just here. So you've got this one here, which is a beautiful one with the sort of Christmas nativity scene there, as you can see. You've also got the snowflake there as well, and that's what it gives you. That's the actual impression that it gives you. Imagine what the waist is going to look like on that. It's going to look absolutely beautiful. And you've got that one there as well, which is your baubles or your bells, 3 for 2. So you buy 2 of these, we send you a third one completely free of charge. $22.98 is a great deal to get 3 lovely big foil stamp dies like that. Right, let's move on. I've got some other things I want to show you. I want to share with you the borders that we've got on the show today. Our border dies always incredibly popular when we bring them to you. So this one here is your snowflake cluster that you've got here. Just going to look beautiful up the side of one of your projects. And then you've also got here, I think this one might be my favourite, but don't worry, you're getting both. This one here is the Starry Night that you've got. You can see there what it looks like with the actual impression and also then
with the waist as well. £25.98 or £33.90 if you want to go for that one. I need to remind you as well about that hero tool that we've got on the show today, because you get absolutely loads of essentials included in there. So you're going to get that low tack tape, that's going to be in there included. You've got our scissors in here, now 6-inch scissors, and these are fabulous because they've got the measurements, they've got the non-stick on the blades, you've got the ability to be able to cut fabric and paper. I know, unheard of, right? And you've also got the all-purpose glue in there as well. £16.77 or £27.88 to get all of those, which is fantastic. Now the numbers, really busy on these numbers whenever we bring them to you, and I think it's just something about personalisation, the fact that you can do all of those big statement, but those big milestone birthdays, those milestone anniversaries. They're also wonderful for making little home decor projects with these as well. Now on their own individually they're £4.99, so definitely get the numbers as part of that big collection, because they're £19 when you get them as part of that big collection, so much better value than getting them individually. Don't forget as well that the foil press is available right now. It is in stock. I know you've waited ages to get hold of this. It feels like it's been out of stock for absolutely months, and right now, as a thank you for waiting for it to come back, we're going to give you a bonus 200 points. Now that means if you were going for this today in the UK, you get 99 points and then 299. That would make you bronze. That would be enough to send you from bronze to silver or silver to gold. So $99.99 if you want to get the foil press today. You get everything included that you'll need there, and you can of course use your Club Inspired discount on that as well. Right, I'm going to dive back into these comments. A lot of people talking about ribbon. Are you going to be doing some ribbon for us in this show, Sarah?
I am absolutely going to be doing some ribbon. I'm going to be doing some foiling onto a nice cello bag. So if you, especially with all the Christmas stuff that we've got on the show today, don't just think about your Christmas card making. Think about your Christmas everything. I mean, the candles that I'm going to show you next are fabulous for Christmas gift making. So I'm going to get the foil press plugged in. This is what everyone has been asking for. Everyone's wanting to know how to do this. It's one of those techniques where once someone shows you, you think, oh, of course. But I thought this would be lovely, maybe a baby's first Christmas, or this could be like a first anniversary that you're making for somebody, or a first birthday, or it doesn't have to be one. You could do this for, you know, any amount of, any type of, you know, any birthday, any anniversary, anything you want to do on here, okay? But it's all done using tissue paper. Now what I do is I keep all of my, you know when you order some clothes or whatever and they come wrapped in tissue, it's always the white stuff, the cheap stuff. I keep that for this exact technique. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut a little bit of the tissue. You don't need very much of it. I'm going to cut a bit of the tissue. And I'm also going to get out that the design. So these are the numbers. I will walk you through all of these a little bit later, but I'll do the demo first. So first of all, we're going to foil, then we're going to stamp onto that tissue paper. So I'm going to just cut a little bit of silver foil, and you just need a very small amount for these. And what it will do is it will foil the one, but leave a little bit of a gap. Now when you're foiling on a tissue paper, basically you only need it for about 10 seconds. So I'm going to set my seconds ready, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're going to need a shim because the tissue paper is very fine. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, oh, you'll be very careful, I've got a bit of glue on the bottom. We're going to go with our 1, start the countdown timer. I'm going to get my foil ready, so the foil goes down, then the tissue, so that we're going to do the tissue into here as well. Then I'm going to put my top piece on, then we put the top plate on, and that is ready to go through the foil press. So tissue paper, because it is a little bit thinner, anytime you're working with something that is a little bit fine and thinner, just add in that extra shim. It's just a piece of cardstock and it just gives it that extra little bit of pressure.
It was Anna Marie that was really wanting to see that candle technique, so I hope you're watching now, Anna Marie, because this one is for you.
Awesome, right, here we go. So if I just turn that again to the close-up camera so you can see, when I peel this away, you've got the perfect transfer foil. I know that it looks like there's a bit missing, but trust me when I say that's on purpose. So watch what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to bring in one of my stamping mats so that we can stamp onto the remainder here. We're going to put our tissue down. I'm going to bring in so here's the rest of my foil. So if I show you this, can you see how this wraps around? I'll see if we can get you any closer so that you can see the stamping here. So what I'm going to do, actually I tell you what might be a little bit better than using the stamping mat. I'll use my positioner. Brilliant. So this is our 8-inch platform. So I'm going to pop this down, hold the tissue in place. So I'll move this up a little bit so that you can see. Wonderful. Hold the tissue in place. And then what you're going to do is you're going to look at the number 1. Now I can see there, lovely, my nice big flower comes to the bottom. So it's going to wrap around the 1 and a little bit poking out from the side. So excuse me, you're going to get my hair on here, but we're going to go on. This is just going to perfectly line up around, there we go, all the way around the 1. Absolutely where we want it. We then pop this on, pick this up. I'm going to stamp it with my alcohol proof dye because I'm going to colour this in. So you're going to stamp that with the alcohol proof dye, plenty of it on there. Turn around, and then that will just stamp exactly into place around our number 1. Absolutely perfect. And then all you need to do is come in from here and you're going to colour in around your number 1. So I've actually got one here. I've got one where I put the ST on there as well, so for the first. Actually, I need to do some colouring in on one. Should I get my tri-blends out? I did get them out. So I'll get a nice purple and I'll do a little bit of colouring. So what you'll see is there's a trick when you're colouring onto tissue paper. You're just going to ever so gently dab it. So don't worry about the blend. I'm just going to do a little bit of dotting onto here, a little bit of colouring on there, and of course we just had the tri-blends on Friday, so hopefully you've all got them. But I stamped with the alcohol proof dye because I wanted to use the alcohol pen for colouring. So even though it's just on a tissue paper, you can still get that lovely coloured finish.
Anne is talking about timings, Sarah, and says a lot of the times in the chart talk about thicker cardstocks. Any tips for thinner cardstocks, which I guess is pretty similar to what you're doing right now with the tissue?
To be honest, you'll find it is pretty much the same sort of thing. So it's pretty much going to be the same sort of timing. You will get to know your own machine, so you'll get to have a bit play with those timings. But you'll find actually it's pretty much the same if you're doing it for thinner or thicker. Now, let me show you. We're going to get ready to transfer this onto the candle. This is the exciting bit now, Joe, right? So first thing you're going to do is you're going to tear your tissue paper. So you're going to get quite close, but not too close, and you're just going to tear all around that tissue. And I always like to tear it because it gives it more of an authentic look when it's burned, because that's what we're going to do. We're going to melt it into the surface of the candle. So coming all the way around, you're going to get this all torn round, so you've got that nice kind of rough edge, right? That's now waste that little bit. Then bring in your candle. Now let me just get tidied up here, Joe. I'm going to take out my number 1 there. I'm going to pop the foil press, don't need it plugging in yet, to one side, and get my candle in here. Now the other thing that you need is a little bit of wax paper, right? So you know, greaseproof paper does exactly the same. You know what you were using when we were cooking. So you need a little bit of wax paper, and I like it folded in half. And here's what we're going to do. You're going to work out where you want this to appear on your candle. So I want it, yep, that looks lovely. Then you're going to take your wax paper and wrap your wax paper around the candle. And you wrap it around and hold it at the back in place. So that's all held now, and what this is doing is it's maintaining the shape of the candle. And then you're going to come with your heat gun, and we're just going to go, let's just get this wire over here. I'm just going to put it on the lowest setting and just melt essentially around the surface. Let's have a look. Yes, you can see that. What it does is it melts the surface of the wax, and the wax kind of melts and lets that number 1 go in. Can you see there? It's kind of changing. You kind of can't almost see where the outside of the tissue paper is now. And essentially it's like the tissue paper vanishes into the candle. Now they do say, like, you know, I wouldn't really recommend burning this, but the thing is, you're not going to do it on an expensive candle that's there for burning, are you not? This is more something that you would do for decorative purposes, something that's like a real keepsake. I made these when one of my friends got married. I made them for the centerpieces of all the tables with the names of the tables on. So you don't have to foil, you could do this technique with printing or anything like that. And then all we do, you see, that there is, I can see it melting, and can you see I've even got a little bit of the wax is actually melting through the tissue paper, but that's absolutely fine. You're just going to leave it and make sure that's all kind of, that's all stuck, and then when you peel this off, that has actually been embedded into the front of the candle. So have a little look at the close-up there. That is fully embedded into the front of that candle. And now bear in mind, this could be an image that you'd hand coloured, that you'd hand stamped, that you'd made yourself, anything, so one of your stamp designs. All you need to do is do it on a tissue paper, and then you use that technique, but it shows you that even with foiled elements, it works an absolute treat.
It really does as well. Lots of people like to make their own sort of personalised prayer candles as well, so that might be something else that you could do using that. There's so many different ways that you can use the foil press. I think also stationery is just beautiful when it's been foil pressed. The other great thing about our foils is that they really keep their shine for a very long time. I've had foiled elements in the past that seem to lose that shine after a little while. With these, for instance, here you can see these have been foiled for, well, months, if not months, then I'd say years, and still it's got that beautiful amount of shine there. Now these numbers on their own individually, they're £4.99 each in the UK, so why would you get them like that when you can get all of them for £19 or $27? It's such an incredible deal, and what I love is it's going to allow you to get all of your other colouring mediums involved in there as well at the same time. Right, I'm still diving through all the questions that you've been sending us recently, but now is a great time to place your order. If you want to watch and shop at the same time, it's very simple to do that here with us at Crafters TV, so you don't miss the demonstration or the deals. Here are all the details. Hi, I'm Joe from Crafters TV, and I'm here to show you how you can grab the best deals and shop whilst you watch during our shows. So the best way to watch us is always on Crafters TV. Head on over to our homepage and go to Crafters TV. You can see all of our shows, offers, and even shop while you watch. Now if you want to get involved and comment along, head over to our Facebook page. Come say hello, ask us some questions, and lol with us. Or you can watch us on YouTube. Simply head to our Crafters Companion YouTube channel. Got a smart TV? You can even AirPlay directly onto your big screen. We're constantly adding new and exciting shows to our schedule, so don't forget to check in. It's never been easier to have us in your living room. It's always fun here at Crafters TV, so come join us as we create every day. All the details there, of course, of how you can watch and shop at the same time, which is really simple to do with us here at Crafters TV. Now, I know a lot of you will be watching this show that don't have a foil press, and we sat on the fence and thinking, oh, is today the day? Am I going to go for it? Well, if you are, today is a great day to go for it. Firstly, because it's in stock, which seems to have been a little bit of a rarity at the moment anyway. So it is there right now. We have it in stock, ready to be dispatched, and you get included pretty much everything that you need, which is fantastic. So you're going to get the foil press platform itself, which is brilliant. You are then going to give you some dies in here to get you started too. So you get some of our foil and stamp dies, you get some of our foil stamp and cut dies included in there. You get all the little bits and bobs that you need, including the trivet, the holders. You've got the magnetic tweezers in here too. You've got some foil in there to get you going. The two plates that you need, so the heat-proof plate and the metal plate, and then you get the user manual. Now the user manual is great because what it does is it tells you absolutely everything you need to know. All of your times for foiling, all of the do's and don'ts, all of the hints and tips. It's all in there for you. There is also so many hours worth of video tutorial here on Crafters TV. You've got this masterclass. There was a masterclass about, what, 2 weeks ago now as well. There's loads of videos also on our YouTube channel as well. Now, a great day to go for it because you've got it, of course, $99.99, $139.95. Everyone can use their Club Inspired discount, which is fantastic. Everyone will get free postage and packaging. Also, everyone will get free shipping and handling, even to the US as well, which is really, really fantastic. And there's also then, there's 200 bonus points included as well. that is enough to take everyone. If you are pearl, you'll be bronze. If you're bronze, you'll go silver. If you're silver, you will go gold. Maybe that's even going to be enough to bump you up to platinum today. So definitely grab it whilst you have the extra points. Something else that's also going to be super, super busy, I just know, is of course our monograms. Now, these are great because these really allow you to up your game when it comes to personalisation. If you're doing wedding stationery, you're foiling napkins, you want to do place cards, or maybe you just want to write names with these, absolutely you can. They all sold out last time we brought them to you as well. So you've got the monogram stamp die foil traditional script alphabet, which is that one just there. You've got the 42 letters, numbers, you've got the ampersand and the hashtag there as well. We also have the modern alphabet for you as well. The modern alphabet is this one here, same price. Again, you've got 42 letters, you've got your numbers, your ampersand, your hashtag, full stamp dies, $14.99 or $24.95 if you want to go for those ones. Now, I want to share with you some backgrounds because backgrounds are fantastic. Whether you just want to create a card really, really quickly and easily, or even if you want to use it for other things, maybe you want to create tags, then you can absolutely do that here as well. Now, you can choose from any of these. So they're £20 or $27 each. And what you've got here is how it's going to stamp out, and then you've got the waist there as well. So again, two different ways of using them. You've got the holly. The other options you've got here are the snowflake. You've also got that wonderful festive words background there, and you've also got the baubles too. The baubles are much lower in stock than the rest of these, so definitely check the website for the stock situation on those. Don't forget as well. Now remember, we are in the midst of our Christmas event here as well, so spend over £30 or $30 and there will be a free gift every single day. We'll be bringing you a different gift. All you need to do is make sure you've got £30 or $30 worth of products in your cart after your discount's been applied, and if we still have some of today's free gift left, then it will automatically add itself into your cart. It is the clear sparkle overlays today. I know what a gift those are. We are giving a lot away, Sarah, aren't we, over this event?
Well, it's Christmas, Joe. We've got to be and you know, every day we're giving something that you can use in your Christmas crafting. So not necessarily something Christmassy, like if you think about that lovely sparkle pen today. It's not that that is Christmassy, but you can add a bit of bling to all of your Christmas crafting projects. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about foil and different foils, okay? Because we have a lot of foils on the website. I know we're out of a stock of a lot of them, but a lot of them are due in this week. So keep checking back over the next few days. Whenever you put an order in, have a look. It's kind of like the middle of the month. So back end of this week, we'll be expecting those back. So if you get your foil press delivered, you can always come back and get some more foils, but you do get some in that starter kit. Now, this is my little box of foils that I work on in here. Can you see two types? We have some that have the white on the inside and some that have all of the can you see all the brown on the inside. The ones with the white are papercraft foils, the ones with the brown are multi-surface. Now, we shouldn't really call them that because actually the papercraft one is probably your multi-surface one. This is going to work onto any paper or anything that is man-made. So when we say papercraft, that's going to go onto your PU leather, onto your acetate. It's going to go onto your man-made fabrics on there. You would use the multi-surface if we're foiling onto a real leather or onto a 100% cotton fabric or something like that, which I will do a little bit later in the show. So if you're wondering what the different types are between papercraft and multi-surface, you want the papercraft one 90% of the time, 99% of the time. And these are just some of the different colours that we have in here. I thought what we could do is let's foil like a multicoloured background. So let's get a bit of the disco ball, let's get a bit of the gold one on there as well. Should we have a little bit of plain silver and a bit of plain gold? Yeah, let's get a bit. Are these all papercraft ones? Yes, right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get my scissors, she says optimistically, hope she hasn't lost anything, and just cut a few strips of your foil. So I wanted to show you how you can be using different colours and different styles of foil all on the same project. So, oh, here's my gold one off here. Right, let's have a couple of bits of gold on here as well. So we've got a couple of silver, same sort of size, couple of gold as well, couple of this is a lovely one, this one here.
So just to clarify that, Sarah, could you use the multi-surface on paper if you wanted to, or would it not work on paper?
Yeah.
So there's nothing to stop you?
No,
okay,
not
cool.
at all. Basically, what you'll find is the multi-surface is designed to adhere at a higher temperature.
Right, okay.
So you'll see whenever it tells you, if I go onto here, multi-surface foil rolls in the instructions, tells you the timings for your foil stamp dies and the stamp and cut, and it's all for PU leather and cotton fabrics. That's when it tells you to use the multi-surface foil rolls, and you'll notice every one of them, the heat setting needs to be on high.
Okay,
so you've got the low, the medium and the high on here. You're going to use the high.
Wonderful, because Danny had asked that. I think maybe he's got a few of the multi-surface rolls he's wanting to use up.
Brilliant.
So yeah,
yep.
absolutely.
By all means, use them. Yep, brilliant. Right, what I'm going to do, Joe, is I've cut a load of those now. I'm going to use this lovely background. This is your snowflake one. Of course, there's a third off all of those backgrounds as part of our Christmas event. My foil press is at temperature, so I'll let you zoom back out so you can see the foil press. I'll pop this on. Now for your background, before we go into here, I'm going to go into a cello bag, so it's pretty much like acetate sort of thing. So if you look, 30 seconds. Can you see that there? 30 seconds. So I'm going to go on with this, and I'm going to go up to 30 seconds, all the way up. And once we get to 30, give it the start. Now, while that's starting, I'm going to start laying some of these across. So can you see, you want to make sure that they are just overlapping each other a little bit so that you don't get any gaps in your foiling there. So I'm alternating silver and gold, and then I'm overlapping them as we're going down. So we
Can
get
you
like
do
a
this with
little bit of
all
a
of your
mix.
foil stamp dies, or is it just the background ones that this would work with, Sarah?
All of them would work with anything, Joe.
Okie doke,
Looks
fantastic.
fabulous. It's going to look amazing. So let's see. No, I can't get it all done before the... I was just going to say, do you think I'll get it all done before the beep goes? Oh, I needed to explain to you as well what I was doing. Oh, my life. Right, we'll get these put in place. Oh, look at that. That was good luck, not good management, that. Right, I'm going to foil it onto a cello bag. I've got a cello bag here. What you need to do if you're foiling onto a cello bag is cut a little bit of cardstock just to go inside the cello bag. Oh, my word. More haste, less speed. I should have had all this ready before I started. Right, into here. So I'm just going to do one side of it. So I'm trying to make sure I don't get the side. There we go. So the cello bag goes in. You're going to pop that on there so that we can do the foiling onto here. Then I'm going to pop my lid on, and we're going to pull and go through. Now, I'm hoping if we say 30 seconds, you should really be sticking to 30 seconds. I've probably took an extra 10, 15 seconds there that I didn't mean to. If we get any over foiling, at least you'll know why. So try and have everything prepared ahead of time. But this is going to look pretty spectacular. So we lift this off. I'm going to turn this here. So if I take this out first so that you kind of get the magic as it comes off, and as I peel these off, can you see that there's all foiled multicoloured snowflakes onto the front of our cello bag? How amazing does that look? And that is for our candle to go in. So that is going to go into there, and we've got that fabulous candle which is now all wrapped up. So I've done one side. You probably want to do the other side. In fact, you probably want to do the other side. That's going to look all right from the front. And then do you know what it would look really nice with, Joe? With a nice ribbon on the top. So why don't I have a quick tidy down, get my ribbon out, and I'm going to use, in case you want to give everyone the heads up, I'm going to use the border dies. They are utter perfection when it comes to foiling onto ribbon.
Lovely. Quick question from Tracy, Sarah. I don't know the answer to this either. So if you had a foil stamp and cut die, could you just use the die to cut and not foil?
Yes, of course you could. Just use it. Just don't use it with your foil
Just through your Gemini?
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic.
It would just emboss. It would just give you a lovely deboss. You just wouldn't get the foiling in the deboss part.
Ah, well, let's have a look actually then at some of those foil Stampin' Cuts, because we've got these on the show for you, and they are always so incredibly popular when we bring them to you. You've got them here. So this one here is the Baroque frame that you've got, and you can see just how beautifully it cuts all of that detail out of there, which is fantastic. So you're just going to choose which one you want to go for. You've also got the butterfly and bloom here as well. The two for £40 or $47. So you've got that one there. The next one we've got is this one is the Art Deco that's here. I'll just show you that one. This is what it's going to look like. I just think they're great because in one pass, I mean, mount them up onto a card, pop a sentiment on there. That is pretty much ready to go right away. And then what you've also got here is the Art Nouveau as well. Again, really, really beautiful. And that foiling just gives it such an amazing, the way it picks the light up is really quite incredible. So if you want to go for those, you can go for one if you want to, for £24.99 or £29.99. Or of course, you can go for two for £40 or $47. Now, if you went for two, you would qualify for that free gift, don't forget as well. Don't forget as well about the borders. This is what Sarah's going to be using in her next demonstration. Now, these are fantastic because what you've got here is, firstly, your Starry Night. I mean, they'd make amazing bookmarks, wouldn't they? Straight away is one way you could use them, but there's so many different ways. You can, of course, continue them up and tessellate them if you want to. You've also got as well that snowflake cluster there too, and again, that's just black on silver. Imagine green on red or red on green. There's loads of different ways that you're going to be able to use these. £20 or $27 if you want to grab those, and you get both of them. Don't have to make a choice there, which is fun. No, sorry, you do choose, so you get one of them there. So you choose between either.
I think you're right. That's not the right details on the screen.
Okie doke. I thought you did.
That's the background still.
So this one here, you get both of these included, and they are, there we are, $25.98 or $33.90 if you want to get them together, saving 30%, which is fantastic. Now, don't forget about the foil press machine itself. I know that today is going to be the day that so many of you come in and grab the foil press. There are so many hours of tutorials available. You've got this masterclass. There was the masterclass that we did, now I'm guessing it would have been 2 weeks ago to the day, I think. We did another masterclass for you, or it may have been the Wednesday, I'm not so sure. So you've got everything that you need there to hold your hand, and it really is a comprehensive bundle. You've got everything you need. So as the moment you get this out of the box, you can start crafting with it as well. It's $99.99 if you want to go for this, and also if you want to get it in the US, I'll just check the pricing in the US. It is $139.95 if you want to get it in the US. Remember as well, you get the 200 bonus points included. Everyone gets free shipping and handling, free P&P, and you can use your Club Inspired discount with that as well. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sarah because I know there's so many techniques that she's got left to get through.
I have indeed. We've had the beep go off, so it's ready and warmed up. Just remember, in case you didn't hear me explain at the beginning, don't just sit with this on there all the time, okay? I sit with mine just slightly pulled out. So this is how I sit with it all the time. Then when I'm ready to go, I pop this in, and it will go green as soon as it's ready. So there it's green, it's ready to go. I'm going to hit the reset. I'm going to foil onto a little bit of ribbon, and I'm going to use that amazing Starry Night. But honestly, these two borders, by the way, if you just, these are probably two of the most used, these and the Christmas, oh actually all the, I must say the Christmas foil stuff we have is like my favourite foil stuff in my whole collection. And if you're gonna bling something up, Christmas is the time to do it, okay? So I'm gonna pop that on. Where's my instruction booklet? Here it is. So we're gonna go and we're gonna look for ribbon. So yeah, fabric, cotton or satin ribbon. So this is a medium to largish die. Yep, so you're talking 10 seconds. So I'll go up to 10, right? I'm gonna learn my lesson from last time, you see, and I'm gonna get my foil cut to size before we start, because we don't want any overfoiling. Overfoiling is what's going to happen if you don't stick to the timelines and you basically get foil where you don't want it. So I'm going to cut a couple of sheets of this, couple of pieces of this to the right size. So can you see it's nice and big? And then I probably, Oh, I might be able to because I'm such a tight one, Joe. Do you think I might get 3 lots out of this? Yes, I will. So I'm going to cut them. I'm just cutting the foil down to be the right size for my ribbon. So we've got plenty of it cut, and I'm going to do my ribbon a little bit at a time. So there's all of our foil.
We had a question in recently, Sarah.
Yes.
Is there anything to stop you foiling both sides of the ribbon?
Oh no, not at all. I think that would be lovely. And we can try that if you want. So I'll do the countdown. I'm not going to do the whole of the ribbon. We'll be on ages. But I'm going to show you the whole of this piece of ribbon. But I'll just do maybe it's the edges both sides. So you go on with your what you call this? Your foil. Thank you, Joe. We're going to put the ribbon down. And then what I am going to do, there we go, got our ribbon on perfectly, and I am just going to put a little shim. So I've just cut a little shim of cardstock to go over there, and then I'm going to pop that through. And that should just be nice to do this. Do you know, I have a lot of people say the foil press is one of them machines that they feel quite intimidated to use, a little bit frightened of. However, when they start using it, they realise it was nowhere near as scary as they thought it was going to be. It's just getting used to it. It's just something new. Go back and watch that masterclass and you'll see all of the comments that we had from people saying how much they loved. Are you ready for this? How much they love using their foil press when they know what they're doing. Now I want to foil the whole ribbon, so look what we do. We go straight in here. I'm going to go back onto the 10 seconds. Now I know it's not shown at temperature, but it won't be far off. So I'm going to start the countdown timer. I'm going to get my next piece of ribbon on here, my next piece of foil, and I'm going to line this up. There we go, with the next piece of ribbon. There we go, it is at temperature now. Pop that on. Pop the top plate on. Are we at 10 seconds? Yes, we are. Out we come. Back in there, and it's going to just do onto the next section. We're just going to keep going with that all the way through the whole ribbon, Joe.
On the odd occasion that you do get a little bit of overfoiling, some questions that have come in previously. Any tips on getting rid of any sort of tiny little bits of overfoiling that you might get?
Oh, absolutely. I'm pleased you've asked, Joe. Hey, I tell you what, you're good at getting like all the good questions in today, aren't you?
I'm going back through weeks and weeks of Facebook posts to find these. Don't you worry.
Yes. So basically, yes, I have. What you're going to do is if you get a little bit of overfoiling, you're going to have a rubber and you're just going to rub it off.
Okay.
Just with a rubber.
Just like a regular eraser from on a pencil.
Regular eraser. Absolutely.
Perfect.
I haven't pressed the start down there. I'm going to shut that. And actually save me sending it through a third time. I'm just going to probably trim my ribbon down a tiny little bit. So 3, 2, 1, through we go. Just be a little bit careful when you are using material in that through your foil press, especially if it's through your gem knife. If it's a bit too long like this. Look, I'm just being really careful to make sure there's no opportunity for it to get wrapped up through the rollers here.
Now you're using your junior there, Sarah. Am I right in thinking you can use it through your bigger machine as well?
Absolutely, yes. So if you want to use it through your bigger machine, all you're going to do is you're going to get the foil press extender plate, which we do have on the show, which we do have on the website. Go and have a little look on the website and you'll see it. I'm going to foil the underside of this, by the way, just to show you that it is doable.
How fantastic. So think about what you might use these for, even bits of ribbon that you might tie around napkins at dinner parties. I guess you could even, to be double fancy, Sarah, rather than having place settings that you've monogrammed, you could actually put someone's initial on the ribbon that you tie around the napkin. Now that would be next level.
Very fancy. Do you know what? I'm going to do a little bit of monogramming a little bit later. Actually, can you believe we're halfway through the show already? I'm going to do a little bit of phonogramming, a little bit of foil monogramming next, because I've got a cute little purse. I will say, like you said, we sold out of the bundle sets that we had of the monograms. However, we do have last call on stocks of our foil. What an absolute idiot, Joe.
Have you foiled the same side again?
I foiled the same side again.
Well, I love it. I think it looks great. It's double foiled.
That's not what I meant to do. That's because I'm trying to talk and foil, right? Let's have a look. I'm going to go there. Watch. I'm going to start me 10 seconds. Now I'm going to foil onto the other side, just to show you what the other side.
A lot of people as well, just going through recent Facebook posts, Sarah, a lot of people talking about how they love to die cut elements and then foil those elements. So in essence, turn their dies into foil dies, even though the die doesn't go through the machine. I've made that sound really complicated, haven't I?
I'll have a look to see if I can find any dies, and I might be able to show you that. I did do that in the foil masterclass a little while back. So let's have a look. Now I can show you how it foils. You can either double foil or you can foil onto both sides of the ribbon if you want. So now we've got double foiled. I'm going to do my last piece at the other side. Can't believe I did that, Joe. I was going so good.
Do you know what though? Oh, do you know what? If you were very clever in the way you lined it up, you could do 2 different colours, couldn't you? So you could foil it. Imagine like a white ribbon, you could foil it in gold, then you could move it up like halfway up the pattern and then do it again in like silver. So you'd have like white, gold and silver ribbon.
You know what they call that, don't you, Joe?
Oh, what?
A happy accident. We have just
learned
next level foiling through a happy accident right here on this Monday Maker Show. There's a great happy accident for you. What a great idea, actually, Joe. I didn't. And this die, this foiling stamp die in Perfect would be perfect for that. So, right, I've done a lot of foiling there onto the ribbon, but I wanted you to see, and actually, by the way, every one of these, let me just show you, in fact, instead of just talking about it, let me show you, none of this would be waste. Oh, can I find my tweezers? Let's pop these on here. I'm going to pop 2 or 3 of these on here and remind you again how to foil that waste. Now, it's not going to line up perfectly, but if we wanted to do some... oh, should we try the ribbon again? Should we try some bits of the ribbon?
Oh, yes.
Should we try foiling onto the waist of the ribbon? So actually we just need one of them, don't we? Oh, we'll do ribbon and cardstock at the same time. I am totally going for it today, Joe. I tell you what, we are all over this today. Right, so we're going to foil onto the ribbon there. And also I'm going to foil onto a little bit of that white cardstock. So you're going to go, let's trim you down a little bit. Oh, you do need to put this on for a minute. So reset onto a minute, we'll count that down. So we'll put that little bit in there. We'll pop you on there because you're going to be a shim. So, right, so the beep was to tell me it's got to temperature. While that's counting down, let's get my candle back out. Oh, I'm loving this. So, we'll get all this displayed. So, we've got our nice Christmas gift sorted this year. You're all going to do these gorgeous, you're going to foil your candle. Oh, do you know what would look amazing, Joe? One of those nativities.
Oh,
one of those nativities that I did first onto the candle. And then you're going to foil the ribbon to match it. Oh, we are having a full-on foiled Christmas this year. Why not?
I think foiling is great. You know, it's like the old adage, isn't it? You know, foiling is for the year, not just for Christmas. But there is something fabulous. What is it? What was it? Was the advert that I was thinking of? I can't remember anyway. But yeah, foiling isn't just for Christmas. It is for all year round. But it does really lend itself to Christmas beautifully, doesn't it? Like the amount of... Because it's just all about that little bit of bling, I think, which people love at Christmas. That looks wonderful. Doesn't
it just... I tell you what, I'm absolutely thrilled with that ribbon there in particular. We've had our beep here. Remember, when you're foiling the waist, you need a shim in, because you're making up for the fact that there's no metal. You're also going to put your magnetic plate in. Then you're going to go on with that top plate. And then we're going to send all these through. Now, I know when you showed everybody the designs at the start, on the little boards that you had, it shows you what the positive is, so when you foil it, and then also what the negative would look like, so you can always see. Every one of our designs, we design with that in mind, okay? So we design it for you to have the positive and the negative foiled in there. So when I lift this off now, through we go. So we've got 2 pieces. Oh man, I knocked me ribbon out.
It's fine though, it doesn't matter, does it?
Well, I can show you how. Hey, I'm having one of them days, and right, I can still show you how we managed to foil the waist onto some of the cardstock here. So there's the foiled onto the cardstock, and then all you're going to do is you're going to come, and it would foil onto the ribbon in exactly the same way that it foiled onto the cardstock. And then you're just going to trim this down. So now, even our waist, we've made a lovely border with. There you go, nice border. Gorgeous. Perfect. Do like that. So that was with our waist from our but to be honest, you're happy just to do it with your gorgeous ribbon. And satin ribbon is perfect to do this with. What a lovely little project that is. Right, I'm going to go and get myself tidied up, Joe, and then I'm going to work out what I was going to show you next.
Fantastic. Now, let me just remind you of those two borders. The great thing is with those borders, you can see is, let me just show you here the starry one that Sarah was just using there. You can see how different that looks in gold and black than it did in the reds, the sort of purpley pinky reds that Sarah was using there. So again, by using different colours, foiling onto different substrates and different colours of substrates means that you'll get very, very different effects, which is fantastic. So you know you're going to get loads out of these. This is a Christmas one, but to be honest, that starry one, I think you're going to use that all the year round. Could be for absolutely anything, that one, any kind of celebration as well. And then you've also got here as well, this one is a snowflake cluster that you've got just here. Again, that one is on your gold onto black. Again, then $25.98 for both of those, or $33.90 if you want to get those there. So saving 30% on those, which is fantastic. Right, I want to just share with you the monograms. They're always so busy. Last masterclass we did, actually, these sold out. We worked really hard to get these back in stock for you. $14.99 or $24.95. Two different styles there. That's the modern style that you've got just there. We also have it as well in a traditional font for you too, which is this one here. You get all of the letters, you get the numbers, you get the ampersands, the hashtag. It is all on there for you, which is fantastic, and they are most definitely a must have. Very, very busy, I know, especially for, and has been all week actually, for the machine. Don't forget, you're going to get those 200 extra points on the machine. So you can see details are on your screen just here. Details of those extra points along the bottom. If you were in the UK, what would you get? You get 99 points plus the extra 200. That would be enough to make you bronze, or enough to take you from bronze to silver, or silver to gold. Maybe it'd even push you up to platinum as well. I mean, it's great to get all those extra points. Remember, you're getting everything that you need included within the foil press, the machine itself. You're getting some dies in there to start you off. You've got some of our foil stamp and cut dies, and you've got some of our regular foil stamp dies in there. You've got your little silicone mitts to take this in and out. You've also got your tweezers there as well, which are magnetised. You've got your foil, you've got the plates there too, and you've also got that full comprehensive manual that takes you through. And don't forget, what I would say is, if you know you're going to place your order now for the foil press and you're going to want to find this easily, if you're watching on Facebook, the best thing you can do is share the stream, because then once you share it to your page, it's on your page then indefinitely. You can go back and find it. Of course, you'll be able to go back over to Crafters TV and find all of our shows forever, so you've got the ability to watch all of our shows back. Now, the hero tool, I want to share this with you again. We've given you a bonus hero tool, because we usually keep the hero tool for our Creative Cravings show, but we've given you a bonus one today in this Monday Makers. Now what this is you've got the ability to get the low tack tape, you've got the scissors in here, and you've got also our Collau all-purpose glue for $16.77 or $27.88. I know with other brands you wouldn't even be able to buy the tape for the price you're seeing there on your screen, and you're saving a fifth, which is fantastic. So you've got absolutely brilliant value for money there on that. If you've not had our scissors before, people end up absolutely waxing lyrical about these scissors because they're ergonomic. You've got a non-stick coating on there, got Japanese steel blades on there, and also the thing is with them, you can cut paper and card, and then you can cut fabric, and then you can go back to paper again. So great to get those, all of that today for that fantastic price. Don't miss out on that. Right, I know Sarah's got even more that she's ready to show you with that foil press, so I'm going to hand you back over.
Well, I thought we haven't even looked at any samples yet, Joe. We want shooting, don't we? The samples are like the best bit. So I've got the box of samples using those border dies, but they use the borders and also a lot of the words. So just to try and give you a bit of inspiration. So this is the fabulous Christmas words section. And then this is also the one of the background pieces. So I know I've got the monogram. I was going to go monogramming, but I've just changed my mind on it. I'm just going to kind of go back to basics and show you a bit. This again, I'll get the details up for you. That is the maybe I'll give you first of all the details of the borders, because you've got the two borders. This, by the way, the foil that you need for this one is this one here. I can show you this in a little bit if you want. It's like a see-through one, so that it's going to give you like a resist. So this has been foiled and then inked on there to give you that lovely resist. I love that. And then the sentiments as well. I'll get the sentiments up for you, and maybe that can give you the the full page that shows you all of the pictures of the different sentiments you get. So there's the borders again. There's the borders onto some vellum there. How fabulous do they look? There's the borders done multiple times onto here. Again, that's that Christmas sentiment. Should I give you that? I'll give you that so you can see all of the words, because I'm going to use those in a second. Have a little look at this. You can see all the words that you get. £46 or $64. You get all of these different words, and again, I've got loads of things there to show you with all of them. These are, I mean, the words are fabulous. When I remember the girl on our team who designed these, I just think she did phenomenal. She designed me about 30 as well, and I had to choose those 8 from a selection of about 30. Do you know how hard that was? Can you imagine how hard that was? They were all fabulous, so this is literally the cream of the crop. So, right, I'm still going on here with these background foils, so I'll go back to the borders on here. But it's a mix of the borders and the words. So again, there's that starry one that we've just used on the ribbon. Oh, look at this, there's the Noel, but then there's the ribbon one down in the background. This here, oh, there's the joy. Right, this is my absolute favourite one. In fact, look, there's the joy there, but then also, look at it here, onto a little one of those cello bags again. Oh, should we do that? Yeah, we'll do that, I'll show you that one as well. I'll keep that to one side. But then also, look at these. I love it onto acetate. We haven't done any acetate yet. I'll show you how to foil onto acetate. This, I thought, was fabulous. What a lovely idea there. It's that background onto some watercolour card. So there you then have the resist, and then also you've got the foiling onto your acetate. Beautifully well. Right, let's get that one out. There's a lot there that I'm saying, oh, well, let's show you this, let's show you that. I best get cracked on, hadn't I, Joe? Nice to see all the samples though. Right, foil presses up to temperature. Acetate, let's have a little look. I've got a piece ready. So I've got a piece of acetate. Let's have a little look. We'll pop this over there so we don't lose it. Right, acetate. We're going to go, here we go, acetate there. So for a small dye it's 10 seconds, for a medium dye it's 15 seconds. What did I say we were going to use? Oh, yeah, we're going to use that Merry Christmas because we're going to do this. So Christmas wishes it is. So I've got the Christmas wishes, and I'm going to just, first time out the packet this one, Joe. Right there, we're going to peel the Christmas wishes off. 10 seconds. So we're going to go onto there, reset, and up to 7, 8, 9, 10, and off we go. While we're doing that, don't lose the acetate. I'm just going to put it in my mouth. So don't lose your acetate, Joe. And then
this is a new technique.
Yeah, that's easy. I was supposed to be faster.
Make sure you only do this for your own acetate would be mine. Don't be putting other people's acetate in your mouth. It's not, especially at the moment, it's not really the most hygienic of things.
You do need a shim, by the way, with acetate.
A lot of people talking about what are the foiling press and where they can use it. We only recommend, don't we, Sarah, using it through our Gemini machines, which is a great idea, really. Well, a great excuse, I think, to get a Gemini machine, but we can't recommend putting it through other machines. I know it's something we get asked a lot.
Brilliant point, Joe, because actually all of our Geminis, right from the very beginning, have all been fitted with a special heat sensor so that it can take the heat from the foil press. So look at this. That foiling onto acetate is absolutely perfect. And then for that card, it's been done and it's been wrapped around a little piece of card. That is fabulous. Wrapped around a little piece of card with a ribbon in the middle. Now we also did, let's plug you back in. I did say you would use, I've lost me tweezers. But never mind, I'm just going to put mine down. I've just put it down there, we're all fine. Joe, by the time I would find them by the time I got the next bit. Right, so let's have a look. I'm going to peel this one off too. Keep all of your packaging, by the way. It's the best way to keep all your dyes organised. We're going to wait till that gets up to temperature. We're going to pop this onto a bit of watercolour card. Have I got some watercolour card under here? I do indeed. So watercolour card, we're going to need to make sure it's the right width. So let's have a look. Imagine we were doing that card. So
it's a good point, actually. When it comes to cardstock and foiling onto cardstock, you can foil onto all cardstock, I'm guessing. Watercolour, stamping card, Nina. It's not. Is it good for all of them?
Everything you can foil onto. Yeah, if it'll go through your Gemini, it'll foil onto. Right, here we go. So, a bit of watercolour card, and I'm going to cut a little bit of that snowflakey one. Oh, don't you stick. Luckily, it's just the carrier sheet side that's sticking. Please only be the carrier sheet. I think I'm just going to cut that bit off just in case it's not, and use that separately. Right, so I'm going to go length. Make sure you cut this to the length of the piece here. And then I'm going to cut this to the same width. So we're going to get this through twice. Now that border onto watercolour card, we're talking around about 20 seconds, I reckon. So we'll go up to 20, 19, 20, start the row. Now this, it's like invisible, so you kind of won't see it. So don't panic a little bit. And this is going to go into the middle of our cardstock here. So that's going to go face down like this. You will see it when I start an ink over it. Hang on, that's going to go in the middle there. Yep. And we're going to put that there. 3, 2, 1. That's ready to go. And then my lid goes on.
It's worth saying as well, if you keep maybe misplacing your tweezers like Sarah, they are available. You can get them on the show, $7.99 or $11.95. Also, all the extras and accessories are available in the show as well. So things like the metal plate, the heat resistant plate, the mat, it's all there. The squeezers, as I call them, I don't know if that's what they are called, the silicone finger grips, that's it. They're all available for you on the show if you want to stock up and have extras.
So you can't see that there, but you will see it. This is how you do it. You can't see it because it's like an invisible one. However, when you ink over it, it resists the technique. So can you see that is that resist one, and then you ink over it and it's going to give you that lovely finish. I haven't got my daubers here. I've only got a one with the brown on, which isn't going to look very good on that. Can we do a little bit of brown on there? Yeah, you can kind of see that. So when we go, I mean, brown, it's just not quite as nice. I wanted you to see the nice purple. So there you've got the nice purple. I'm kind of rushing through here because I've got a few bits I want to show you. So that's how you do that's how you would use the resist one. And then last bit, I did promise I was going to, well, last bit of this little segment, I did want to show you that onto the, let me just get these moved off here. Where did you say? I said I was going to show you this, didn't I? Oh, I absolutely love this. So I've got another one of those cello bags. So remember with your cello bag, what you need is, you need your bag and you need a piece of the cardstock to go inside. So I've cut this exactly to the side of that sweetie bag. Do you know it works brilliantly well with card bags as well? I don't know about you, but I do a lot of, like, especially at Christmas with the kids, we bake little cookies and stuff and then we put them in, I put a few in a little bag and tie the top like this. These would be perfect for that. There is my Joy one. So we're going to take the Joy and, oh, hang on, right, there we go.
I guess you could use two together. If you could use Joy and Noel together if you wanted to, couldn't you? Of
course you could.
Joy Noel?
Absolutely. Mm. What colour should we do the Joy? I've got a little bit of that green, you know, if we could try a bit of the green. It's really nice. Do you know, and if you do love the words, you do get them all in that collection. You get 8 in total. And I would say it is kind of like, they were all my favourites. I had to choose them from 30 different designs. Now, let's have a little look back in the instruction book. We're at temperature here. My instruction booklet is just evading me a second here. I mean, I can just make up in my head how long I think it is. Here we go.
It's at the front, in front. Put your hand out, left a bit, under there.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow, good spot, Joe. It looks like a bomb's gone off in front of me.
It was like a crystal maze challenge there.
But what does it matter if we learn loads of amazing stuff? Right, onto the cello bag. So I'm treating that like acetate. It's a medium-sized die, so I'm going to go 15 seconds. And I'm going to start, oh man, I've clicked start. Right, I'm going to go 15 seconds. If our foil bag's going to go, I want it this way. There we go. So I might give it a couple more seconds afterwards. Right, so I'm going to give this another couple of seconds after we go. Yeah, right, so let's just put it in and let's give it another 10 because I turned that round there. So we're going to get that nice and heated up.
Do you have to, when you're using it, just a quick one, Sarah, for my own brain more than anything, do we have to worry about, you know, like if you use your toaster once, you have to have it on a level 4, but then for the second time you use it, you have to turn it down to a level 3. Do you know what I mean? Once it's hot, do you know exactly what I mean with a toaster?
Yes, but I've never thought to do that. I just accept that my toast's going to be a bit burnt the second time round.
So first time you use a toaster in the morning, on 4, if you're making toast for more than one person, turn it down to 3 for every time you use it straight away afterwards, yeah.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
But do you have to do that with your Gemini foil press, or is it all sort of worked out for you?
The foil press, well, you'll get to know your foil press really well. Like, did you see me there? I was like, do you know what, I'm going to give it a little bit longer.
That was a bit of fluff I just tried to grab, by the way.
Yeah. Good grabbing on there. I saw where you were going with that. That's a really good point. You will just, trust me, that you'll get to know your foil press. The more you use it, and I'm hoping a lot of you have been foil pressing along with me this afternoon.
I hope you'll get to know it quicker than you got to know your toaster, is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Right. Can we just appreciate how awesome this design is? I mean, is that not just the favourite design that you've ever seen? And that is on the bottom of a gorgeous cello bag, so that when all this opens up, we're going to open this, and then that would be perfect for some of my fudge at Christmas time, Joe.
Oh,
a little bit of foiled ribbon on there, and you've got your lovely joy to the world. I mean, that was the one that we kind of took inspiration from there. Isn't it really nice though, when we've just got time on these shows, to literally get all the stuff out and just have a bit play with everything, show you loads of stuff like that. Right, I have literally, a bomb has gone off on my table, and I
think we'll give you a few minutes to get yourself sorted out. Is that all right?
Plan. Yeah,
whilst Sarah gets herself sorted out, I'll just quickly whiz you through really quickly what you're getting in those Christmas options there. So you can see you've got Merry Christmas, Joy. Some of them are like radiating, which is really lovely. You've got Christmas wishes, Season's greetings. I feel like the scene in Love Actually here, but with sort of foily Christmas things. Lovely. Silent Night. You've got Jingle Bells. There is Believe, and you've also got Celebrate there as well. £46, $64. You can, of course, use your Club Inspire discount with that as well. Now, if you're unfamiliar with Club Inspire, then here's Sarah to guide you through all the details.
Welcome to Club Inspire, our free loyalty club. As a member of the club, you can save up to 20% every time you shop with us. For every £1 you spend, whether it's in one of our stores or on our website, you'll collect 1 loyalty point. The more points you have, the more benefits you'll receive. As a welcome present, we'll give you 20% discount with your very first order. Once you place your first order, you'll be given 250 points straight away, making you a bronze member. This will mean that you'll receive a 5% discount on all of your purchases until the end of the next calendar year, plus priority postage. 500 points takes you up to silver membership, where you'll get 10% discount plus free shipping when you spend over £20. When you get to 750 points, you'll become a gold member, which gets you a whopping 15% discount on every order, and we'll ship them to you completely free, no matter how big or small they are. Spend over £25 and we'll send them to you via our premium next day delivery courier service. When you reach 1500 points, you'll become a platinum member, giving you the same shipping benefits as a gold member, but with the added bonus of a massive 20% discount on all of your purchases. Now, on top of that, you'll receive exclusive discounts, sneak peeks of brand new products, special offers and money-saving vouchers. You'll have access to an exclusive secret Facebook group to meet like-minded friends, to find out information first and to be inspired by all the Crafty makes. We'll send you a completely free quarterly Digimag direct into your inbox, giving you lots of hints, tips, inspiration, additional offers and some sneaky behind the scenes gossip from the team. So what are you waiting for? Become a member of our club today.
All the details there, of course, of Club Inspire. Remember, we're in the midst of our Christmas event, so it means that you're going to get a brand new gift every single day. When you spend over £30 or $30 after your Club Inspire discount, if the gift is still available, it will automatically add it to your basket. Today's was the clear overlay sparkle pens. Right, I want to show you some more of the beautiful things that you're going to be able to make with these background foil stamp dies that we're looking at. I love what's happened here. So on this card, oh, it's a twisted easel. I wonder what was going on there. There's me opening it like a normal card, and then boom, turns out it's a twisted easel. But look how that they've used here the element here on the inside, but then also exactly the same running through the base, but using the waist gives it a really, really different feel and look there. Again, exactly the same here, the same foil stamp die used to create that wonderful fold back card there. You've also got it here as well in a regular, on a great project. You can see using it as a topper there on that one. Again, you've got it here as a fold back card, which is fantastic, so you can use it for that. Using it as a background, but with your other foil stamp dies as well. So this one here, using it as a, with that stag topper on there. You've then also got it here, again, as a background, which is brilliant. You can see how that's been used. Let me just whiz through a few of the others for you. I love this one. Has this one got a bell on it, or am I making that? There was one that there is one with a bell in here. There we go, it's that one just there. The baubles very low in stock, but however you choose to use them, they are absolutely beautiful, all of these. Now, let me just remind you as well, you can choose there which one you want from the bauble, the words, the snowflake and the holly are your options there. £20 or $27, depending on which one of those you'd like to go for. We've also got those monograms, really super busy on those, as we always are. The reason they're so busy, I think, is because it's the ultimate personalisation, because you can do letters, you can do, of course, your numbers, your words, initials, $14.99 or $24.95. Two different styles for you. You've got the modern, or you have the traditional. Both great, both equally usable as well. 42 pieces in each, because you've got the letters, the numbers, and you've got the ampersand and the hashtag within there as well. So very, very usable on those. Don't forget as well that you've also got a great deal on the machine today as well. Let me just quickly run you through everything that you're getting included, because you're getting absolutely everything you need in the box. You're getting the unit, the base unit, and the platform itself. You're going to get some of our foil stamp and cut dies, which are beautiful. Some of our foil stamp dies too. You've got some of our silicone finger holders. You're going to get the trivet. You get the tweezers. You've got the foils. You've also got the two plates as well, so the metal plate and the heat resistant plate. Now, if you want to get any of those, the inclusions, we've got them individually on the show for you today as well. So if you want to stock up, maybe you can't find your tweezers, maybe you've misplaced them, then you can grab those. You've also got the user manual. And in the user manual, of course, what you've got is the matrix, which is going to tell you and explain to you absolutely everything that you're going to need to know about all of the different substrates or fabrics and materials you're going to want to foil in there. The other great thing as well is that you've got all of the sort of do's and don'ts in there. Now remember, $99.99 or $139.95 depending on where you're shopping. The great thing is, whether you're in the UK or in the US, you're going to get free shipping and handling on this, which is brilliant because it's over that threshold. You've also got, don't forget, the 200 bonus points as well. So even if you're in the UK, you'd get 299 points. So if this was your first purchase today, that would already boost you up to being a bronze member. If you were bronze, you'd go silver. If you were silver, it's enough to take you up to gold, which is fantastic. Right, I want to just quickly whiz through some of the great deals that you've seen on the show today. Well, this was the foil stamp and cut die creator cards that you've got here. You know, you just got to make your choice. You don't have to choose one though, because you can get two for £40. You've got the Baroque, the butterflies and balloons, the Art Nouveau, or the Art Deco there as well. $24.99 or $29.99. They're going to cut that beautiful frame, and they're going to foil for you too. Now the next collection we've got, this is the snowflake, the nativity, and the bells that you've got on here. You're buying the first two, we give you the third one included totally free of charge, $22.98 or $29.90 if you want to go for those ones. You also saw the Christmas expressions, the foil stamp dies. These are wonderful, whether you're putting these onto bags and gift bags or cards or cello bags. Sarah even talks about maybe using these on things like candles as well. There's so much that you're going to be able to do. Now, $7.99, is that them individually there? However, you can get them all, because the best way to get the best value is to get the lot. £46 or $64 gets you all of those. You're saving more than a third there on those. And don't forget, that would be enough to qualify you for that free Christmas gift. Right. The next ones we've got for you, these are the foil press expression stamp and cuts, and these are brilliant. You've got loads in here, so you've got things like May the Magic of Christmas Never End, you've got Christmas blessings, there is wishing you all the happiness your holiday can hold, 'tis the season to be jolly, celebrate the wonder of Christmas, and you've got Merry Christmas in there as well. Now not only does it foil, it cuts that sentiment out, so it is the perfect topper. It's wonderful to go inside of a card, as well as if you you need it to. So there's loads that you're going to be able to do with all of those. I think the real thing is, for so many of you maybe have thought about foiling for such a long time. Those of you that foil already, I know you absolutely wax lyrical about it, but if you have been thinking about it for a while, then maybe today is the day that you're going to get involved, that you're going to grab yourself that foil press whilst we've got it back in stock, whilst it is on such a fabulous deal. And foiling is for, well, foiling is for life. It's not just for Christmas, absolutely, but gosh, it's good for Christmas, adding that bling. It's also wonderful for things like wedding stationery as well, but you're going to be able to use it all the year through, which is important, because what colours you use make it look and feel so different and truly seasonal as well. Now, I know we don't have long left on this show, but I know Sarah's got a few more bits that she's desperate to show you, so I'm going to hand you back to Sarah.
Yeah, I'm just crafting away over here, Joe, just getting everything ready to show you a bit more. I thought we would go back to those lovely backgrounds, and I'd show you a bit more of that resist technique. So this, I love this box here. I thought while we're on about Christmas and we're on about nice makes for Christmas, let me show you how to get that. It's that lovely resist technique, and I'll show you how to do the foiling on the reverse again as well. So again, another nice Christmas fudge box. I'm thinking, Joe, I'm feeling maybe there's a Christmas fudge batch coming on this weekend, right?
Oh, yes.
So we're going to plug in right back to the beginning. For those of you that maybe missed the beginning of the show, okay? Foil press comes in two parts. It's got your base machine, and then it's got your top plate here. This is a consumable. If you don't look after it, like with your other plates, you'll have to replace it. The way you look after it is always sit it on your base, not plugged in. When you're ready to use it, plug it in. We're having it on the low setting, so I'm going to wait till that goes green. So while we're waiting for that to go green, let's get out the one that we're going to use. So it's this lovely holly background here. Now, they're all very, very well, oh crikey, I'm not coming off with that right now. They're all very, very well stuck onto the background sheets here, Joe. But if you do what I did there, and take a little bit of the design away from, a little bit of the background, make sure you take all of the adhesive off the back. You don't want any of the adhesive left on the back of your sheet. It's a big lump of metal you're getting there, and it's a special type of metal. They cast in like a special way. So I'm going to pop that on there just to start it warming through just a little bit, and I'm going to cut my piece of foil. So I'm going to cut it for a full background here. I'm going to cut a full piece, and this is the rose gold. Now remember what I said, all of those, all of the foil rolls, there we go, it's at temperature now. All of the foil rolls, we're waiting for them to come back into stock. They should hopefully be a little bit later this week. Now if we have a look what the instruction book says, we're on to foil stamp dies. So we're going to go onto a 300 GSM cardstock, and it tells you there, if you're going with a big one, so 30 seconds for a large die. So what we do is on this here, we program this up to 30 seconds, and then I'm going to press start from the 30 seconds. So that is going to give that a 30 second. Now I added on there a few seconds to warm through, just because it was really cold, this foil stamp die. You'll get to know your designs kind of as you're going. So you'll start and feel, do you know what, slightly thicker cardstock, I'm going to give that another 5-10 seconds. You'll just get a feel as you're going along. The instructions though are a brilliant, brilliant starting point for you when you're getting to know all of your different materials. Now, the foil goes face down, so you always put it with the coloured side down so that you're seeing the dull side, and then you pop your cardstock in. And then we're just going to put our top plate on, and it's the mixture of the heat from the foil press base and the pressure from your Gemini. Now, I don't want you to think of your foil press as being an extra machine that you're buying. It's not an extra machine, it's like an add-on machine to enhance the machine you've already bought. So if you've got a Gemini or a Junior, the addition of the foil press is going to kind of give you more use out of the product you've already bought. So can you see, when we peel this away now, it's going to leave that foil on the background, and you can see how it just catches the light beautifully. And then this piece here, which is the waist, I'm going to come in. Did you remember I showed you earlier how to use the tweezers? So the tweezers here have got a magnet in them. So what you do is you squeeze your tweezers together. That then magnetises and picks this up, and then you take it across to your cooling station and you can pop it face down. Now I'm going to put that base one on there. When we're foiling our waist, you're going to go to 1 minute So 1 minute and press the start button. And these are your timers. So on your machine, you've got a low, medium and a high setting. You're going to do pretty much everything on the low setting. You've got minutes and seconds to do all of your timings. And then you've got the reset button and the start button. So when we're doing waste, you're going to always put it on for a minute. And I'm going to foil the waste onto a little bit of that craft card again. Whenever we foil the waste, you need an extra shim. So if I just bring these in here, I'm going to use an extra shim, which is just basically a piece of cardstock folded in half. And I've just been using the shim the whole time. And to replace the fact that you haven't got any metal in, you're going to add in your extra magnetic sheet from your Gemini. So that's the extra kind of set that we're going to go for. And you're going to pop your top plate on here as well. So that's almost at the time. So I'm going to pop this on here so that we're going to transfer onto our cardstock. I'm then going to pop all of those extra shims on the top, wait for the beep. There we go, lift it out, straight through your Gemini machine, and that mix of heat and pressure is just going to be absolutely perfect for transferring the waste that is left over there. So we'll get all the way through there.
Also, remember as well, a lot of people always asking about whether you can use this in the larger machine. You absolutely can. We have the extender plate available for you on the website for the large Gemini machine. And I'm guessing you just do everything that you've shown you in exactly the same way in the larger machine, would you, Sarah?
It is exactly the same, Joe. All you do is put that larger plate on there to work from as well. So exactly the same thing. Let's have a look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim all of the excess off here, Joe. So we're left with just the foil. And I want you to see the kind of two different effects here. So this is where we foiled. And this is nice. This is the one that feels expensive because it's got that lovely deboss in there. What it does is it debosses your foil. It debosses your pattern and then puts foil into the deboss section. Fabulous. So that is our, if I show you the two of them next to each other, might mean a little bit more. So if we go to the close up there is your foil and your negative. Oh my life, Joe, come on.
And people are going to think people are never going to believe that you've done that yourself, are they? Yep. People are going to think you've been out to, your craft store and bought yourself that pre-done. Imagine how much you'd spend on foiled cardstock. Maybe you've got cardstock that you absolutely love and adore, but you think, gosh, that would be great if it was foiled. Now you can foil it. You can put foiling wherever you want to on a whole host of different surfaces, all of your cardstock, all of your different materials, things like your leather, acetate, your vellums as well. There is so many different things that you're going to be adding foil to, whether it's loads of foil like this with the background foiling, stamp dies, or it's just accents of foil, or it's things that you've die cut with your dies that you already know and love, and then you've foiled. There's so many different ways that you're going to find to use this. And I think what I would say is go across to the website, look at all the independent reviews that we've got on this, the independently verified reviews of people that are using it that absolutely love it, and listen to what they're saying about it, because so many 5-star reviews over there on our website. So do go across and check them out. Something people talk about a lot is foiling elements they've already die cut, so which is absolutely fine to do, isn't it?
Yes, I got them out ready, so I can after I've finished showing you this technique here, Joe, I can do that next for you. I can show you how you can foil all your own die cut pieces. So all I'm doing here is it shows you the foil will resist all of the inking. So whether you're foiling the positive or the negative, it's always going to resist the ink in there. And then what you're going to do is you're going to then you're going to be left with just foil, where you've got in this case the craft card. So I absolutely love this finish here. I'm going to see there. So with loads of foil into there, loads of colour, sorry. And then again, if you look at those two up close, I mean that's it on the overhead, but it's when you see them again on the close-up camera and they've got that little bit of colour in, I just think they look amazing. And that is all we've done there to create that box, which I've got somewhere here. So that is the box with just all of the inked pieces, all foiled ready. And then May the Magic of Christmas Never End is from that lovely set of foil stamps that we've got for the Christmas designs. So, right, I've just about got time for that last one, Joe. I'll pop this back in, warm the foil press back up, and I'll show you how to foil your die cut pieces. All right?
Oh, that would be wonderful if you wouldn't mind. That would be absolutely brilliant. Let me just take you back through which ones do we want to have a look at? Oh, we're going to go through the Christmas expressions. These ones just here. We're going to go for these ones. They are gorgeous, aren't they? Now, you can get them individually, of course, remember. Or what you can do is get them all together, which represents the best value. So, Merry Christmas you've got in here. You've also got joy to you this Christmas. You've got Christmas wishes, which is wonderful. There is also season's greetings. You've got silent night. I love the wonderful brush lettering style on this one. You've then got jingle bells on here too. There is also believe in the magic, and you've got as well celebrate this season on there too. So really fantastic. Get them all together or go for them individually. It is completely up to you. Right, I'm going to hand you back to Sarah because I know she's got loads that she wants to show you still. I know we are rapidly running out of time on this masterclass, but I'm sure we'll be having another masterclass not so too far in the... oh, it's a Monday Makers. I keep thinking it's a masterclass.
It's because I've gone very advanced. I said we did the kind of the beginner stuff in the masterclass. This is the level 2 because Monday Makers is all about your advanced stuff, wasn't it? Right.
It's a Monday Makers masterclass spectacular. That's
exactly what it is, Joe. Yes. Right. I've just got my with love sentiment there, which I am going to pop into my die cut machine and just whiz it through the Gemini Mini there, just to cut this out. And there we go. So there is our lovely with love, and that is all being die cut out. So I'm going to show you 2 ways you could use this die to foil with. To get 2 different looks. This is what everybody was asking about when we did that foil masterclass, Joe. Let's have a look. Let's get these last little pieces just popped out there. That is die cut an absolute dream. Got to love your Gemini Mini here, guys. Right, there's my with love. Now, if you want to foil just the die, let's just foil it in the regular way. So we'll put that on. We'll give that 10 seconds because it's not too big. 10 seconds. Let's get a little bit of, oh, let's go with this, the gold. So let's get a bit of gold foil. And then as soon as that comes down, 3, 2, 1. Let's turn you round ready. Pop that on. Pop this on, and then that is going to go through there, and this will foil you the outline. So any of your nice designs, so any of your lovely, when I say your nice designs, like your creator cards are perfect for this. It gives you a nice all over background onto ribbon as well. Creator cards onto ribbon, perfect. This is going to foil only, are you ready? Just the outline. So it gives you the foil of the outline there. But if you want this, you want the whole piece, you want the inside of it foiling, you're going to take the one that you've die cut, right? Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut yourself another piece of foil. Yes, we know you're at temperature, good old foil press there. So you're going to pop this down, so you're warming the foil up. Then we're going to put our with love on here. And then we're just going to pop probably just a couple of shims. I'll use the back of this just as a bit of excess, and we're going to give this a minute.
Imagine, Sarah, the amount of dies that you've got in your stash that you haven't used for a long time. Maybe you actually, maybe you use them and use them and use them and use them. And it's like everything, isn't it? I do it with shoes. You wear them and wear them and wear them and wear them. There's nothing wrong with them, but they just end up sitting in the back of the wardrobe for a little while.
You've got loads of other new ones.
Absolutely. And then you go back and discover them again. But your dies, the dies that you used a million times before, foiling, die cutting, and then foiling the die cut pieces, whole new lease of life, isn't it?
For me, it's like I said, don't think of this machine as being a new machine. Oh, it's a new, do I need a new machine? Do I need something else to play with? No. Your Gemini is the machine that you've invested in. This upgrades the Gemini that you've got to be die cutting, embossing and foiling. So it's everything you've already invested in. Whether it's the Gemini, whether it's the hundreds, if not thousands of pounds or dollars worth of dies that you've already bought, you're just getting so much more from everything you've already got. And especially this time of year, Christmas is the time when you have more bling than any other time. And I just think, especially this time of year, how fabulous to be able to just get more out of all this stuff and have a little bit of bling on everything. So right, I've got the 2 shims in, I've got the magnetic sheet. This is going to go through because bear in mind we've got no metal in now. So the 2 options are either to foil the outline, so it will only foil where you've got the raised cut pieces. That's why foil stamps are different, you see, because they're basically infilled. So your dies are your outline to cut out. Your foil stamps are infilled raised bits. I can show you that on one of these dies. So when we lift this off now, and I lift this background off here, this is your foiled sentiment. Actually, this is quite nice on its own. I mean, that's going to look lovely. But look, so there's essentially, well, let's just say there's the three options. You can foil the outline, you can foil the actual piece, or you can have the reverse left over there as well. So that's how you're going to foil all of the dies that you've already got as well. So it's just so much more for everything you've already got, and you will have loads of designs that you'll be looking at and thinking that would lend itself brilliantly well to foiling. But if I show you the difference between the two, remember, so here I've got a nice so I've got my With Love die cut, and I'm probably going to have to zoom this in. Whoop. So can you see? I'm going the wrong way. Right, so this is a die where you've got raised edges. This is the foil stamp where the whole thing's raised. Can you see the difference there, Joe? Now it just all makes sense. When you see it, isn't it? It just all makes sense.
And you understand why it's called a stamp and not a stamp die rather than a die, because it's the infill part that you're going to get that detailing from. What I'd love to quickly do is just whiz you through one more time through the foil press machine itself and exactly what you're getting. So you're going to get everything you need to get you started. You're going to get the base, its platform. You've got the foil stamp dies. You've got the stamp and cut dies in here. You're going to get foils, you're going to get the trivet, the tweezers, the little holders here as well, the little silicone finger holders. You've got your platforms there as well, your metal plate and your heat resistant plate too, and you've got the book as well, which is going to give you all the information you need. And of course you've got all of this inspiration on Crafters TV this Monday Makers. There was a previous masterclass for you as well, and we'll continue to bring you lots of dedicated content for the Gemini foil press. Don't forget about the 200 points. Don't forget, whether you're in the UK or the US, it's going to ship to you completely free of charge as well. And remember that this is the launch of our Christmas event, and through our Christmas event every single day we will have a brand new gift for you. Every time you spend over £30 or $30, there'll be a new gift every single day, but it is limited. So if it appears in your basket once you've spent £30 or $30, then you've qualified for that gift. Today's gift was a clear overlay sparkle pen. So there's some juicy gifts in there, and of course it's Christmas, so we have to give a few bits away, don't we? It seems only fair. I want to just quickly remind you some of the other stuff that's on this show. The numbers were very popular. They're $4.99 each. Why would you get them individually when you can get 10 of them for £19 or $27 there? Now also the Gemini foil stamp and die Christmas collection, very busy on this, £46 or $64 if you wanted to get that one. You can buy them individually as well if you want to. We also had the backgrounds for you. You choose which one you want. Here you've got the baubles, the holly, the Christmas words or the snowflakes. They're £20 each or $27 if you want to get all of them. We also had the borders too, both of these here. You don't need to choose, $25.98 or $33.90 there. They worked beautifully with the ribbon that Sarah showed us as we went through this show as well. Don't forget about the monograms. If you want to go for the modern or you want to go for the traditional, we have both. $14.99 or $24.95 is your price on those. Right, Sarah, it's been an amazing Monday Makers. And talking of Monday Makers, you've made loads of makes in this show. I
think it might have been my favourite Monday Makers like ever. So I just think I know it's been nice to concentrate on one product on the foil press and do loads and loads with it, but just look at what we've done, okay? If you just look at our main big project that we did, we learned how to foil onto a candle, we learned how to foil onto the cello bags, you saw me how to do your foiling, and the special technique with the double foiling there onto the ribbon. Yeah, we'll keep that one to ourselves, but it looked amazing. We've done a little bit of foiling onto acetate, remember? Oh, we did that right at the very, very beginning. I just showed you the very basic foiling and then reverse foiling onto something like a mirror card. We've just done the foiling to show you the different techniques that you can do foiling all of your dies. And then of course when we did that, showed you how to do that box technique, it was all about how to do the lovely background but then the inverse of the background and do all of your inking on there. So loads and loads of techniques. Remember, this was like an advanced step up to the masterclass that we did do a few weeks ago, so you can go back and watch that. But I just think there's loads of education. That's the thing, that with any one of the products that we do, you buy a product like this, I know it's an investment, but it's a huge educational resource behind it, so we're going to hold your hand and teach you it. I'm sure this will be the first of just many foil press masterclasses or Monday makers or whatever over the course of the summer, because we've got so much different stuff that we can show you. So why not get invested in your foil press now while you've got those extra bonus points, while you're getting the free gift today as well, and then you can join in with the next masterclass that we do.
Yeah, absolutely, and that will be very soon here on Crafters TV. Remember, there's loads to come this week. More Christmas items than you can shake a pokey tool at as we take you through the start of our Christmas event. Right, we will see you back here on Crafters TV tomorrow, bright and early, for the softer side of life. So if you are over in the US, hope you have a great day. If you're here in the UK, enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here for a brand new day tomorrow on Crafters TV. Take care.